In 1863, when Pietro Mascagni was born in Livorno, Italy, the world of Italian opera could be expressed in one word: Verdi. 27 years later, when Mascagni's opera Cavalleria Rusticana was premiered, something new entered the world. Known as Verismo, the operatic world of aristocrats, nobles, and other VIPs would be superseded. Now operas would be about everyday lives and told with great emotion in colloquial language. Music would be continuous, with fewer arias. In fact, this is the only opera of Mascagni that would achieve immortality, but it had a major influence. Leoncavallo, for example, wrote Pagliacci after seeing this opera, and composers like Giordano, Cilea, and Puccini followed in their footsteps. A music publisher had announced a competition in 1888 for a one-act opera which would be open to composers who had not yet had an opera performed. Mascagni decided to compete and chose as a basis for the opera's libretto a very famous short story called Cavalleria Rusticana by Giovanni Verga. Later, that story was even translated into English by none other than D.H. Lawrence. It's only a few pages long and is quite different from the opera. Mascagni wasn't happy with what he had come up with, and he decided not to submit it. But his wife took matters into her own hands and submitted it on her own, fortunately for us. One of his friends, Giovanni Taglioni Tozzetti, who was professor of literature in Livorno, wrote the libretto with the help of a colleague, Guido Menaschi. Mascagni's opera opened on May 17, 1890, at the Teatro Costanza in Rome. It was a half-empty house, but one which included many important critics. It was an immediate success, and the audience demanded many encores, as well as 40 curtain calls for Mascagni. After a long run in Rome, it was soon being performed within a year in all over Europe, in London, in Buenos Aires, and in New York at the Met. Gustav Mahler conducted it in Budapest that same year. It became so popular that it even got Mascagni on the cover of a new magazine called Time. Now, there have been several movies based on the opera, and the one with Anthony Quinn was shown in the U.S. with a new title, Fatal Desire. There was a controversy. The title of the opera is usually translated as Rustic Chivalry, but this is not what Verga intended when he wrote his short story. The title he used would be best translated as The Honor Code of Country People. Now, Mascagni was from the North Italian city of Livorno and could easily have misunderstood Verga. Even today, Italians cannot understand Sicilian. And the use of the word chivalry could be construed as sarcasm, and Sicilians were offended. And in fact, this was an issue when Verga sued Mascagni for copyright infringement. Even now, Northerners look down on the Southerners, and the Southerners think the Northerners are snobs. After a short overture, we hear off stage a man singing about a woman named Lola. This aria is one of those that tenors love to sing. Here are 5 of my favorites sharing it. The voice that we heard is that of Turiddu, a young man who has been away from the village on military service. When he returns, he finds out that his beloved Lola has married a wealthy older man named Alfio. He knows that Lola still loves him, and in revenge, Turiddu has seduced Santuzza, a virginal young woman who lives in the village. Lola, now overcome by her jealousy of Santuzza, has begun an adulterous affair with Turiddu. This is the dangerous setup from which the story develops. It is Easter Sunday, and we are in the town square. To one side is the church, and on the other side is a wine shop and a house where Turiddu lives with Lucia, his mother. Villagers are moving around the square, singing of the beautiful spring day. Santuzza has begun to realize that Turiddu is having an affair with Lola. Lucia tells Santuzza that Turiddu has gone overnight to another town to fetch some wine for their shop. But Santuzza knows that Turiddu was seen during the night in the village. Alfio, Lola's husband, arrives. Alfio is a carter. He has carts and horses. It's a successful trucking company. And he praises the joys of his life and the beauty of his wife.
Il cavallo scalpita, i sonagli squillano, schiappe frusta, e là! Schiappe frusta, e là! Che bel mestiere, fare carrettiere, a darli qua di là. Che bel mestiere, fare carrettiere, a darli qua di là, a darli qua di là.
He is clearly unaware that Lola has betrayed him with Turiddu. The villagers exit the church singing of the glory of Christ and his resurrection. Santuzza is in no mood for celebration. They re-enter the church, while Santuzza and Lucia remain outside. Santuzza confides with Lucia and tells her how her son had seduced her and that he is now having an affair with Lola. She sings what is the most famous aria in the opera. Lucia pities Santuzza, who feels dishonored, having been seduced by Turiddu only to be abandoned by him. Everyone goes back into the church, but Santuzza feels she cannot enter the church because of what she and Torito had done. When Torito arrives, Santuzza upbraids him for pretending to have gone away when he was actually seeing Lola. What happens now is a great example of how a Verismo opera is different. The intense drama leaves no room for the reflection that singing arias would require. They launch into an extraordinary duet. To make things worse, Lola shows up and sees them. She humiliates Santuzza and goes into the church. Torito turns to follow Lola, but Santuzza begs him to stay. Well, it probably would take an act of God, since both Lola and Torito think that they are God's gift. Santuzza does not give up easily. The drama gets even more intense when an oblivious Alfio arrives looking for his wife. Santuzza tells him that his wife has betrayed him with Turiddu. Alfio swears to take vendetta, revenge. Santuzza knows now what a mistake she meant. She fears what he will do to Turiddu. Alfio has no choice. He is bound by the honor code of Cavalleria Rusticana. Brilliantly, what follows is an extraordinarily beautiful intermezzo. It's a contrast to what has just happened. This famous music has been incorporated into the soundtracks of several films, including Raging Bull and at the end of The Godfather Part 3. In fact, the moral code of the Corleones in that movie stems from the moral code which we observe in the opera. When the villagers come out of the church, Turiddu is in high spirits because he's been with Lola, and Santuzza seems to be gone. He invites his friends to his mother's wine shop, where he sings them a drinking song. This is the great Franco Corelli in a performance I saw at the Met when I was in high school.
Viva il vino spumeggiante, nel bicchiere scintillante, come il riso dell'amante, mi fe fonde il giubilo. Viva il vino spumeggiante, nel bicchiere scintillante, come il riso dell'amante, mi fe fonde il giubilo. c'è sincero che ti allieta il pensiero che appaga l'umore nero nella brezza tenera. Viva ai vostri amori, viva alla fortuna vostra, viva beviam, viva beviam, rinnoviti la nostra, rinnoviti la nostra. Beviam, beviam, rinnoviti la nostra.
Alfio joins them. Turiddu offers him wine, but he refuses it, a terrible insult. Everyone understands that trouble is in the air. In a brief exchange of words, Alfio challenges Turiddu to a duel. Following Sicilian custom, the two men embrace in a token of acceptance. Then, Turiddu bites Alfio's ear, drawing blood, which signifies a fight to the death. Alfio leaves, and Turiddu calls his mother back. He tells his mother that he has to go do something, that he's a little high from drinking, and then he asks her that she be a kindly mother to Santuzza if he shouldn't return. She, of course, knows what is about to happen. Alfio, unfortunately, is a well-known fighter. Another great voice from the past. This is from the movie The Great Caruso, sung by Mario Lanza.
M'ha suggerito il vino per me, prega di Dio, per me, prega di Dio, un bacio, un altro bacio, addio. Si rantanassi, fate la madre santa, un bacio, mamma, addio.
Weeping Lucia wanders aimlessly around outside her house. Santuzza approaches her and throws her arms around her. The villagers start to crowd around. Voices are heard in the distance and a woman cries, "Turiddu has been murdered." Santuzza faints and Mama collapses in the arms of the neighbor woman.